Oh my god, what's up guys, TopTierYugioh here, and we finally have a ban list for the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG metagame. This list will be effective March 31st, 2017, so this will be effective for all the regionals next month. It'll be legal for YCS Pittsburgh, so this is huge, so let's go ahead and get into it. And so looking at the list, the first thing you see right at the top is Matter Spectre Unicorn Kieran, and I think we all can agree that Kieran was an unhealthy card. I mean, it was great when you play it, but it's really awful to go against. It can't be destroyed, it can't be targeted, and has a quick effect that it's just too strong. And so I'm very happy with this. This needed to be done a long time ago, and now it's gone, and so nobody has to really worry about it. So this is a very significant hit to Metal Foes, especially considering that Bao Baboon is out now. And so this will be interesting now, even more interesting than it was before, to see how Metal Foes will survive this. Or not survive this, but how they will evolve from this. Because it's a very flexible engine and it allows for a lot of different archetypes to be played. It'll be interesting to see if people still play them. The next card that is banned is the Tyrant Neptune. And so I don't remember if it was an OTK or like some degenerate loop that the Tyrant Neptune is used for, but I'm happy that they banned it preemptively before this came to fruition. So I'm happy with that, that's a good thing. And then the final card that is banned is Vanity's Emptiness. So no surprise there. Vanity's Emptiness is another card that most people had a feeling would get banned. It's kind of unfair. It's a win button, really. And I don't think there should be any like one card win buttons in the game where you just activate it, you win. And something that's in every deck. Like individual decks can have win buttons, I think, which would be fair. But it's different if every deck has a win button regardless of what it is. It's just one of those cards that when you flip it, if your opponent does not have the out right then they probably lose the game. That's just not fair. So moving on to the limited monsters. First we have Max C and Rescue Cat that are limited now. And Rescue Cat I think is not that bad, because Rescue Cat can only summon level 3 beast monsters. I think right now it can only be used in beast decks. Like you just can't splash Rescue Cat into a bunch of decks, because you just probably can't use the effect. And I think it'll maybe be, it just needs a dedicated deck, so I can't see it having an immediate impact. Maybe at some point in the future, but it's also only at 1. And now Coda the Duelist does have the Searcher for it, and so that will allow you to play Rescue Cat and then 3 Searchers, so effectively 4 in each sort of beast deck. So I think it could be good then, but as of now, before Coda the Duelist, I don't think Rescue Cat will have any impact at all. But Max C is actually really important, because Max C is a pretty unfair card. I think most of us can agree on. Like, it stops your opponent from doing something. Like if they make a play, they have to beat you that turn. If they don't beat you that turn, you beat them because you drew a whole bunch of cards. If they don't do anything, you still beat them because they didn't do anything. And so it's really sort of an unfair card that it's kind of like the antithesis of Vanities. So where Vanities stops your opponent from doing anything, Maxi gives your opponent a choice, but most of the options are bad options, and so it's almost psychologically worse in a sense. It's very easy to lose to Vanities. It's very hard to lose to Maxi. But you will always lose the Maxi. Not always, but a lot of the time. The next limited card is Bryonic Dragon of the Ice Barrier. It does have an errata, and so it's only once per turn now, whereas before you could discard as many cards at any point in the turn as long as it was face up on the field. It had no restrictions. It was ridiculous. You could just said at any point in time, discard a card, bounce a card on the field. But now it's only once per turn, and you can only discard 1, I think. And so this is very fair. I'm happy with this because it's a water type, and obviously I do like the Mermail archetype. And so if I ever go back to playing Mermails, Bryo's going to be a definite one of in that deck. So, you know, I'm happy for that. Happy for all the water players out there. Good card now. Like, it's a very solid, generic rank 6. Not rank 6, but level 6 synchro that I think we needed, because there aren't really that many good generic level 6 synchro monsters, and so this is good. For the spells, limited spells and traps, we have Brain Control, Future Fusion, and Imperial Order. And all these have erratas. I'm not sure exactly what they do. I think I have like a kind of sort of idea what they do, but I'm not sure. But I'm sure they're all still really good. Like, there are only so many restrictions you can put on Brain Control to make it bad. And so, regardless of what kind of errata it has, taking control of your opponent's monsters is always going to be good. Like, remember when they brought Snatch Steal back a few years ago? And they thought Snatch Steal wouldn't be good anymore, but it was in every deck, that whole format. I think it'll be like that, to where Brain Control is still going to be really good. And so we'll just have to wait and see what the effect is after the errata. Future Fusion, someone told me, I couldn't find like an official link to what it was, but someone told me that now the errata on that is that you won't be able to send anything from your deck to your graveyard until the second turn, your second standby phase. So pretty much when you special summon the monsters, when you would send the monsters from your deck to the graveyard. And that's still really good. Like, if your opponent has the out to it, they have the out to it. So at worst, you're gonna bait like their Dryden effects, their MST, their Twin Twisters, or whatever. But if they don't out that, I easily think Future Fusion is one of the more broken cards on this list, because I mean, there are just a lot of fusion decks right now. Like, if you look at Infernoids, Tierra lets you send as many Infernoids as you want. So you can literally send every Infernoid in your deck to the graveyard if they cannot stop Future Fusion. That's broken. Another deck that I want to play this in is maybe Burning Abyss, because I mean, I love Burning Abyss, obviously. But if you look at Dante Pilgrim, you can fusion summon this with Future Fusion, I think. Actually, maybe you can't. But if you can, let me check that actually. But if you can summon this, I mean, that's just free. Okay, I just checked, and you can summon Dante Pilgrim with Future Fusion. And I mean, that's gonna be insane. Like, just being able to send 3 Burning Abyss monsters from your deck to the graveyard, send Skarm, Grafseer, and that's a free rank 3 plus Dante Pilgrim, which is really, really good. So let's see, what's the last one? Imperial Order. So this also has an errata, and again, like, I just don't see what kind of restrictions they could put on it to make it not unfair. Like, but either way, just negating all spells on the field is just really good. Like, there's no way they can't screw that card up. And then for the semi-limited section, this is where most of the damage is done. Zoodiac Rat Pier is now semi-limited, so only 2 rats in every deck now. This pretty much kills the splashable rat engine, because now, I mean, it just can't be done. It just can't be done. Like, pure Zoodiac can be played because they have other ways of summoning other Zoodiac monsters. And so for them, just being able to splash their Xyz monsters on top of things makes them good. However, as far as it being like a splashable engine that every deck can play, I don't see that being the case anymore, because if you can't summon all the rats out of your deck, there's kind of no point to, there's kind of just not a point. Like, you're not getting the Emerald anymore. The most you get out of it is Dryden. And Dryden is still really good, and I think in any deck that plays rank 4s, you should definitely still play Broad Bull and Dryden. Just because Dryden's the best defensive rank 4. But in other decks, you shouldn't splash in like a Rat engine or a Zoodiac engine just to make Dryden, because you're not getting that second rank 4 anymore. You're not getting that draw anymore. It's no longer going to be the huge advantage engine that it is. And so this is actually really interesting. So I'm excited to see where Zoodiacs go from here, because I know post Maximum Crisis they still have a lot of plays they can do, but as of now, with what they have right now, it'll be interesting to see what Zoodiacs do and what Zoodiac players come up with. The next card that's semi-limited is Wisdom Eye Magician. Could be relevant, might not be relevant. I don't think the Magician cards are that good. I never thought they were that good, and I still don't. So it could change, but we'll see. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber is also semi-limited. This is a card that I believe is just objectively better than Raigeki. Just objectively better. Like, it clears the board, it gives you a monster, so it clears the board and puts damage on your side of the field, which is more than Raigeki, more than Dark Hole. And so because it's, and it searches a Kaiju next turn, which is also broken, but because it's just better than Raigeki, this card should be at equal or less number than Raigeki. Like, Raigeki's limited, so this should be limited or banned. And that's the way I see it, but I mean, again, similar to Max C, seeing less of a broken card is always a good thing, and so I guess I'm happy from that standpoint, but I would have preferred this to be at 1. Then the final change is that Sangan is now at 3. And so, major changes from this ban list, like TLDR, a lot of banned cards came back but with erratas. Kieran banned, Rat semi-limited, and then Kaiju Slumber also semi-limited. Those are the major changes. Let me know what you think should have happened down in the comment section below. Let me know if you're happy with this list, mad at this list. I hope you guys bought out some of these new unbanned cards before this list. But just let me know your general feelings down below. Also, sorry about not knowing the erratas right off the top of my head. If any of you know them, comment them down below. I'll pin them up to the top so everyone can see them, what these erratas are for these different cards. But once again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Remember that time, those cerulean tides, sapphire, sapphire.